the Buddha talks about our actions that can be painful or give us pleasure in the present moment, and can be painful or give us pleasure in future. And he breaks this down into 4 categories. As an example of something that is painful now and painful later, he provides an example of tormenting practices that people undertake, which was common during the Buddha's time, where people undertook these practices that gave them physical pain, and they held the wrong view that these practices could lead them to liberation. So they were causing themselves pain now and then pain later. As an example of something that could be painful now but gives us pleasure later, the Buddha provides an example of the holy life. So someone's trying very hard to live the holy life, but is full of lust or greed or any unwholesome states, but they're fighting through it. So they're causing themselves a lot of pain now, but they'll be causing themselves, resulting in pleasure later. And an example of something that causes pleasure now but pain later is sensual pleasures. And the Buddha says it's like a seed that falls, a seed of a creeper that falls near a big tree, and maybe it'll root itself next to the tree. You still don't worry about it. It may wrap itself around the tree just softly and gently, and you still don't worry about it. But ultimately it can be really strong and coarse and build up, overpowering that entire area like a canopy, and and at that point it becomes a problem. So the Buddha talks about how we don't even realize it, we won't even see it as something that we should be concerned about, but it can creep up on us, essentially. So it causes us pleasure now, but it's going to cause us pain later. And then the Buddha talks about something that causes pleasure now and pleasure later, and that's the jhana, which is a very deep meditative state. It'll give you a lot of pleasure now, because some of those meditative states give you kind of a state of ecstasy, and then it can cause you pleasure later because it helps you get into more wholesome and wholesome states of mind and abandon unwholesome states of mind, and ultimately lead you to nirvana.